you think that, and it's probably an obvious answer now, kind of the backstory with how you started photographing merchandise, and then you said, look, I got a way to, just reinvent how merchandising's done for auto dealers, exclusively the perception of it, right? Is that people could see more detail, and that's what merchandising's about. Do you think without having the experience that you had, that you could have done what you did in migrating without Auto Exact? Could you have had 360 booth?
No.
Okay.
And case in point, I've got 2 or 3 competitors would love to be in my seat, and none of them have ever shot a car in their life. And if they did, they might have done it for a week and not 20 years. I have people behind me, Marcus Tarmina, Justin, a bunch of people have been with me years that are grinding to this day, that put in input, and without them, there's no way in the experience that you could be at where I'm at and where we're going.
Yeah. It's amazing how businesses transform.
And it goes back to Gary Vee.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
if
really
you're
does.
if you don't start stocking the shelves, you're never going to own a store, because you don't know what the hell it takes, because you won't treat your employees right.
Yeah.
You won't give them the passion. You won't
All
show them
the
you're a
things
grinder.
that come with, the Sam Walton, stacking the chips on the end of the
I
aisle.
installed first 200 of my studios by myself. So let's get this clear. I dreamt
Sleep
up.
is for suckers. That's your hashtag.
Sleep is for suckers.
You want to find out about everything to do with Jay Smithwick online? You hashtag sleep is for suckers.
Absolutely,
that
brother.
is your brand.
Absolutely. I mean, I packed it, supplied it, figured it out, shipped it. My first studio I shipped 8 pieces of steel track, 12 steel panels, 12 foot long, 5 foot tall, via
You're never at home.
and
I don't even know where home is.
Individually. I didn't wrap them. I didn't know how to wrap them. I didn't know how to put it on a pallet.
Yeah, I sent a tuba that got flattened one time like that when I was in the eBay business, but that's another story. And so you're on the streets, you're taking all these photos, and so what year then happened that you said, okay, the quality of these photos, right, out on the lot, there's background noise, this is not merchandising correctly. Like, how did 360 Booth start? What did you say? Okay, I'm tired of taking the photos and I want to do something else? Or?
Here in Florida, you're sweating like crazy, killing yourself
job.
every day.
July, taking photos, right?
And to be efficient, how do you get the photos to the web quickly? And it was way before cell phones. Yeah. So I tried everything to collect the data on the lot. And it just became cumbersome. There was nothing industrialized, so you were constantly breaking things. And so you live with this dream of this clean space with power and Wi-Fi, and you just dream it out to be more proficient. And one day I said enough is enough, and I set up shop at Kelly Rogers' store up at Reeves, and he gave me a little corner, and I just went to town trying to figure out the photo process. And I don't know, 10 days later, I realized it was just too much, because now I had to take that process and train someone. And to be efficient and make a buck, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So
scaling that business.
Scaling was not even going to happen.
And have you been 600 dealers for a long time, and you've got this business where it's about quality now? Is that where Auto Exact is?
So right now.
And where do you reach? How far?
All of Florida. So I used to do, I did Bill Hurd nationwide.
Okay.
I sat with all the nationwide photo teams, and I got the job because I merely said, I'm going to give you the attention you need.
Yeah.
I can control the whole process. They can't. So I did Vegas and Georgia and all kinds of places we traveled to and hired, but it was a loser to grow that business model. So I stayed home. It didn't bother me. I'm not one that I need a Bentley and a 100-foot yacht to feel successful.
Back on the point of you're discovering, you're at Reeves and you're discovering this, hey, I want to take photos to the next level. And so where's the booth come in?
So I'm at year 10 or 12 or something, and we knew early on that it was all about process, and there was a limit amount of process you could train somebody to do.
Okay.
For that wage.
Yep.
So
it's hard to scale. Back to
and you needed to have an eye to go to studio land. So the craziest thing happened is I just gave up, which I rarely do, but you have to call it.
Yeah.
So I called it, and before I left, I was going to take this nice picture that I got. I sent it to my graphic artist, and I said, hey, put one of those Reeves red carpet event logos. It's a repeated step logo
background it. Right.
And when she sent it back to me, it was curved. And I said, damn it, typical American doesn't do what you ask, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
And my head exploded because right then I knew that if I made a complete circle
Yeah.
and strapped all the lights to it and figured out how to power it as you turn the light rather than the car.
So when you received this, initially you were like, ooh, this is curved, but wow, look at this car.
Killed me.
It killed you.
It killed me because
And did it immediately pop in your mind going, I just need to create the booth? Or
in seconds.
Really?
In fact, I'm at a family.
How big is this booth? Just so people listening can understand.
Right back to grinding. I
Yeah.
took a 14-foot stick. I had an Escalade at the time. I drove out to a Publix parking lot, had
Yeah.
a buddy of mine hold
Is that
this.
what an Escalade is, 14 feet, bumper to bumper?
Oh, no. It's 18 and a half feet.
Okay.
It's a big truck.
Yeah.
So I figured, all right, I'm going to stand on the profile side. I had my buddy hold the stick up, and I got so I could get far enough away to get the car in frame, and I took
Yeah.
the picture. And I looked at the stick, and it said 10 feet.
Oh, so you ended up with the height of trying to, I'm eliminating everything out of the images. What height does the booth need to be?
What-
You were already, it's going to be a booth. Now I got to figure out
Within
the
3
dimensions.
days of this epiphany.
Because this thing's sick, man. It's on a metal rail and the thing spins.
It's a track.
And,
We laser level it. It's got caster V grooves. It's about 1,000
Yeah.
pounds, but 3 fingers and 30 pounds of pressure makes
Yeah.
the thing spin.